Hello and welcome back to, you guessed it, another concreting project. So this space you may not remember, but there used to be a tank here, the heating oil tank, and it's gone now. Oh, it's actually somewhere in the garden, but that's for another project. The wall behind the tank was quite holy, so I've decided to just fill it, just a thin part here with concrete. There are some quite deep holes, as well as the concrete floor does not go all the way against the wall, so there's like a ridge with soil in it. There's also a hole down there. Lots and lots of walnuts came out of it, so I don't know, mice, squirrel or squirrels. So I've constructed with all kinds of shims to fill up the space for the concrete not to flow out. Due to stone wall, the wall is not straight, so you have to be creative, but that's what we're going to do. So it's quite a thin gap, so the concrete has to be quite liquidy, and then it should form itself into all of the little holes, and it should be okay. You can see pretty much above that line there's still a little bit deeper hole here, but most of it is okay-ish. So that's what we got to do, and the tank still contained about 200 liters of fuel. It's all in this tank now. I pumped it out with a little 12 volt oil transfer pump. It took a little while as the pump needed it every 5 minutes and needed a break to cool down, but we got it done. Now it's off to work. We got enough concrete. I'm thinking maybe about 4 bags, hopefully. Already made some preparations yesterday, so let's see. Right, here's a halfway update. It started leaking out of here a little bit more than expected, so I had to put in some more stops. So with all those little holes, the liquid concrete flows out pretty easy. So here's the consistency in order to get it to flow into all of the holes, as there's also no space for stamping in here. You can see. So I think we're about halfway. Did leak out a little over there, but that's okay. So maybe 2 more bags. Who knows? So off we go again. So I'm just using the dustpan to pour it into there, and then because it's liquidy, it sort of levels itself out, so it will be coming up to the top of here, and then that should be fine. All right, it's been about 4 or 5 days since I poured this part. It's all drying nicely. It's looking good. It's a little dip there. It's creativity. So just filled in some spots underneath. I filled that in. The top of the plateau. Little slope over here. There was a very large hole in this stone, so I filled that up. And I filled that one in as well as the other one over here. That one needs a bit more build up, but I have to do it in stages, otherwise it will plop back down. So for some reason there is this hole, this shape of a hole there, as well as here. There must have been something standing there, mounted in place. It was not here when I moved in, so I don't know what it was. I had a little concrete and just put it in there, but I'm not going to build it up. There's no holes actually in it, and it seems so it's actually been cut out of this stone here. So we should be okay just to leave it. Everything here is still pretty tight. There's no real holes going straight through, so. Alright, now the toolbox will stand in this corner, and the parts washer over here, and then because the once you're using the parts washer and it splashes a lot, put some sort of divider in here to protect the toolbox. And same on this side to, for now, protect the water heater, but the plan is to move the water heater into that little space there, just to get it out of the way. So that's what's been happening here. And now it's time to move everything over to here, see how it looks.